In the sprawling, newly expanded barracks of Baymard, Landon Barn observed the fruits of years of military reform. The expansion projects were complete, designed for a future where continents stood united under his vision, ensuring Baymard's legacy remained secure. Arriving at Sector Y, the air grew tense with anticipation. Generals stood in rigid formation, their salutes precise and disciplined. This was no ordinary drill. The time for the high-stakes rescue mission had finally arrived. Inside the auditorium, the atmosphere was thick with nervous energy. Veterans and recruits alike, usually rowdy, sat in dead silence the moment the leadership entered, a testament to the discipline Landon had instilled in his forces. Landon stood before the sea of faces, his demeanor serious. The mission was clear, a rescue operation for Princess Tilda Lockhart. The objective was surgical, retrieve the target without triggering an international incident. The briefing intensified as teams grabbed their assigned folders. Strategy was everything. They were to arrive by air, coordinate by sea, and execute the extraction under the cover of night, using deception to mirror the chaos of a celestial punishment. Landon dissected the potential challenges: the sprawling, complex nature of the target palace, the need for infiltration, and the secondary mission of rescuing the princess's grandmother, the only soul who had shown the girl true kindness. Just as the briefing concluded, an internal alert shattered his focus. The system warned of civilians held hostage. The perpetrators weren't ghosts or soldiers, but a fanatical, dangerous group known as the Witches. Landon raced toward the district, questioning the system's revelation. Witches. The system clarified they were no magical coven, but fanatics, and one of them was a terrifying remnant of a dying, gifted lineage, an eye-witcher capable of seeing through birds. Hidden in a modest motel, the Witches watched the streets. Their fanatical goal was clear: seize Princess Lucy, whom they believed to be the mastermind behind Baymard's technology, and enslave the men they captured. Unaware of the encroaching danger, Princess Lucy went about her busy day, balancing public service with the safety of her infant sister-in-law, Cora. The city was oblivious to the deadly game of cat and mouse unfolding. Inside the motel, the Witches prepared their grim equipment. They saw Baymard as a land of weak, misguided men, and they intended to strike, convinced that their path was ordained by their twisted goddess. But they underestimated the vigilance of the king. Landon intercepted their brutality just as they moved to slaughter their hostages. In the face of justice, there was no gender, only the harsh consequences of their crimes. The battle erupted instantly. Landon moved with lethal precision, dodging strikes and returning blows. The assassins fought with frantic intensity, relying on their training and the last vestiges of their hidden ancient gifts. Desperate, the witch unleashed her final technique, telekinetic control. She turned her own weapon against the king, sacrificing her sanity and energy for a singular, murderous intent. In a twist of cruel fate, Landon's reflexes outmatched the weapon. The dagger missed its mark, finding its way into the assassin's own chest. The room fell silent as the threat was neutralized. The threat inside the motel was over, but the danger to the city remained. Landon placed the call to Scotland Yard, level 54. The hunt for the remaining witches had officially begun. Miles away, Lucy noticed the surge in police activity. Her instincts were sharp, honed by years in the palace. She sensed that something was fundamentally wrong in the city, and she tightened her grip on Cora. The cafe was a moment of normalcy. The staff scrambled to serve the princess, unaware that their friendly demeanor was being observed by the witches, who were now moving into position to strike. The witches executed their plan perfectly, playing the role of starry-eyed fans. Their acting was impeccable, hiding the blades beneath their clothes as they drew closer to their target. As she signed the items, Lucy's composure flickered. The hidden messages on the fabric revealed the truth of their intent. She realized instantly that these were no fans, but predators. With cold steel in her heart, Lucy gambled. She ordered her guards to leave, isolating herself to uncover the extent of the witches' network. She would not let them threaten her people further. The journey ended in the shadows of an underground garage. Here, in the heart of the city, the witches believed they held all the cards. They ushered their captive into a hidden lounge, ready to demand the truth. The sight broke her restraint. Lucy's rage exploded. Seeing innocent workers tortured for no reason shattered the charade. She was no longer just a princess. She was a woman wronged, and she demanded answers. Number 5 wove a complex web of lies, claiming to be Lucy's long-lost sisterhood, desperate to draw her in with secrets of a mother she barely knew. It was a calculated betrayal, designed to lure her into the darkness. For a fleeting second, the past, the mystery of her mother's life, swayed her. Lucy wanted the truth. She wanted to know the woman who had hidden her true self so well, even from her own daughter. The moment of hesitation shattered. Lucy's hand gripped the witch, not in surrender, but in a strike of pure defiance. The headbutt echoed through the room, a clear message that she could not be bought nor deceived. The facade was gone. Lucy, the princess of Baymard, stood her ground against the coven. She didn't care for their ancient rituals or their twisted goddess. She cared for justice. She whispered a final command to her sister-in-law, knowing the battle would be ugly. The princess was no longer holding back. Today, she would teach these fanatics what happens when you cross a woman of Baymard. The room was a pressure cooker of impending violence. The hostages watched in awe as the princess prepared to shed the role of a diplomat for the role of a warrior. The clash began. With one arm occupied, Lucy moved with lethal grace, using every ounce of her training. The witches had sought to break her, but they had only succeeded in waking a lioness. Today, the secrets of her mother would remain buried until she dug them up on her own terms. The witches would fall, and the honor of Baymard would be upheld. The fight for the truth had finally, violently begun.